Hey friends, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Molly and I'm a registered dietitian specializing in digestive health, specifically GERD, acid reflux, and LPR. If you are new to my channel, definitely check out the acid reflux playlist because I go through my whole journey with GERD. I struggled with GERD for years and was able to overcome GERD and wean off of my PPIs with nutrition, lifestyle, stress management, and strategic supplementation. You can learn more about my journey with GERD in my acid reflux playlist, but today we're diving into a topic that I get asked so frequently, and that is, what are my root causes of acid reflux? What is driving my GERD or LPR symptoms? If you don't know what LPR is, that is laryngopharyngeal reflux, and that is the throat symptoms of acid reflux. So throat pain, feeling like something is stuck in your throat, a globulous sensation, postnasal drip, and sometimes coughing. These symptoms are being driven by reflux, so it's important that we treat the reflux in order to prevent the throat symptoms. If you have the throat symptoms of reflux or laryngopharyngeal reflux, I definitely recommend checking out my recent interview with Dr. Ina Hussein. She is a world-renowned otolaryngologist and she's absolutely incredible. So if you have LPR, definitely don't miss that interview. I am actually catching a flight in 20 minutes. I need to leave this apartment, so I am gonna run through this quickly and kind of tell you the main root causes of acid reflux and LPR that I see in my private practice. So I have a private practice called FLORA Nutrition, and we specialize in digestive health. So I have worked with hundreds of people with acid reflux, and these are the main root causes that I see really frequently. And I'll start with the ones that you may see on an endoscopy. I'm gonna go through the ones you'll see on an endoscopy, the ones that you may see microbiome related on a GI map stool test, and then I'll talk about nutrition and lifestyle root causes and just miscellaneous root causes. So let's start with the endoscopy. When you get this done, they are looking at the health of your esophagus, your lower esophageal sphincter, your stomach. This procedure is helpful to rule out other conditions and kind of get a closer look at the condition of the small intestine, the stomach, and the esophagus. So a hiatal hernia could be a root cause of acid reflux. That is one thing that could be uncovered in an endoscopy, but I will say, if you have a hiatal hernia, this is not a lifetime sentence of acid reflux. Sometimes people have these and they never have symptoms, and it is possible to overcome these symptoms. I've worked with a lot of people in my reflux relief program that have hernias. The next thing is a loose lower esophageal sphincter or a malfunctioning lower esophageal sphincter. This sphincter can control the flow of food from the stomach and the esophagus. So when this is malfunctioning, we can have that regurgitation, that reflux of food up into the esophagus, which is reflux. This is, case by case basis. We'd want to look at why this is happening. If this is just a functional issue, your doctor may talk about different treatment options with you, including surgery. But if the lower esophageal sphincter is being loosened because of overeating, eating really, really large meals, or having a lot of gas pressure, these are things we can modify with nutrition and lifestyle. Lastly, in an endoscopy, you would be tested for the presence of H. pylori in the stomach, which is a bacteria that can cause acid reflux symptoms. A lot of people have H. pylori. I heard recently in a study that about 60 to 70% of people have H. pylori, but when the levels of H. pylori get too high, sometimes this can create symptoms of reflux. So this is something that you would be tested for in an endoscopy. Another testing option is an esophageal manometry test. So a potential root cause of acid reflux could be your esophageal motility. If you're not having good motility, things are not moving down, they're going back up. If you feel that is happening, or you see an ear, nose, and throat doctor and they feel that's happening, getting an esophageal motility test could be helpful. This brings me to slow motility, which overall slow gastric motility, like things are moving too slowly through your entire digestive system and you're getting constipation, you're getting bloating. This is another root cause that I see pretty frequently, and you can get your motility tested with a gastric motility test. However, sometimes we can also kind of deduce what your motility looks like. Your GI doctor can assess you for slow motility at an appointment, and based on your symptoms, constipation, the way your stool looks, we can also investigate that root cause for you. Another way to assess your root causes is by doing a GI map stool test. So I run these stool tests with my clients in order to take a look at the health of the whole microbiome. So if there's a level of gut imbalance, if you don't have enough healthy bacteria, this can cause overgrowth of bacteria that may be irritating and resulting in symptoms. So we want to make sure that you are getting enough healthy prebiotics in your diet, and that the level of healthy bacteria is where it needs to be for your overall microbiome. and digestion. The GI Map stool test also looks at your digestive enzyme production. So digestive enzyme production is super important for your digestive function. If you're not producing enough digestive enzymes, this can cause food to sit, in the stomach or the intestines too long, and it can result in reflux. So this is another root cause that I see. I want to now talk about the lifestyle factors that can affect or even cause acid reflux. So some root causes, one of them that I see all of the time is chronic stress. Chronic stress can cause acid reflux. It can cause that regurgitation. It can slow down our motility. Chronic stress is extremely important to manage if you have acid reflux, and that's why I created the FLORA app. The FLORA is a step-by-step program to help you learn about acid reflux, how to eat, what to eat, how to manage stress. It's all on the FLORA app. In terms of other things, eating really late at night, eating really large meals, going too long in between meals, and then having a large meal, all of these things can really contribute to reflux. Not chewing your food, that's a huge one. Drinking too much liquid at your meals to overflow your stomach. Poor posture during eating is a big one, or laying down after a meal, or slouching. All of these things can be contributing to your reflux. Oftentimes people have multiple root causes, so usually it's not just one. One thing I haven't mentioned yet is hormones. Hormonal imbalance can be something that also contributes to reflux. So I do have a lot of clients with hypothyroidism. Sometimes hypothyroidism can be linked to reflux, so this is something to look out for as well. So if you are struggling with reflux, I highly encourage you to think about these root causes. Watch my recent interview with Dr. Hussein, and definitely check out my reflux relief program. My reflux relief program is a one-on-one program to help you overcome reflux symptoms, to identify the factors that are impacting your symptoms, learn how to eat, how to structure your meal times, how to prevent stress, and really transform your health and your gut health, as well as reducing or eliminating symptoms. If you're interested in learning more, you can head to my website, mollypelletier.com. And if you are new to my YouTube community, you should subscribe, hit the bell so you get notified for my future videos, and check out my acid reflux playlist. Also follow me on all platforms. I share daily acid reflux healing tips on YouTube and TikTok. It's mollypelletier.rd. And leave me a comment. Let me know if you're new here. Let me know if you found this helpful. Let me know what videos to make in the future. I'm happy to make any videos that you guys want to see about reflux or digestive health, IBS. Leave your recommendations down below, and I'll see you at the next video.